My top 10 most complimented fragrances. This is a video a lot of you guys have been waiting for. Last time I did this video was in last October, I believe. It was sometime in the middle of October, and you guys have been waiting for it. I'm a little bit past when I did it last, so here we go. These are my top 10 most complimented fragrances. And just before I get started, look, when it comes to these types of lists, it can vary from person to person. A lot of these fragrances worked really well on me, and a lot of these fragrances I wore the hell out of, all right? These are fragrances that I wore consistently throughout the year, and that plays a huge part when it comes to getting compliments. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you see this list and you say, "Ooh, I want to get compliments too," and you go out and buy all these fragrances and you don't hardly wear them, you aren't going to get as many compliments as I did from them. It's just, there's a lot that goes into it, so always take these lists with a grain of salt. That's why I really didn't even want to make this video this year, but again, a lot of people have been requesting it. Such is something to keep in mind. There's a lot that goes into it. Don't think that if you go out and you buy all of these right now, you're going to get tons of compliments. It doesn't really work that way. Fuck you, piece of shit. Now I do have one honorable mention. That is Acqua di Gio Profumo. Now if you look at my most complimented video last year, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Look at my review of this. You know that this one made it number 1, and this year it's only making the honorable mentions. Why is that? Because of what I just said. I hardly wore this thing at all this year. I really didn't reach for it, and because I didn't reach for it as much, it didn't get me as many compliments. So you can see that correlation there. Number 10, we have Byredo Bal d'Afrique. So this is a great one I got sometime this summer. This stuff smells really good. If you're a fan of vetiver scents, you would like this one. Now, people do say it leans a little bit feminine. Personally, I would agree. I would say it does lean feminine. I still love it. I still wear it, and it made it in this list for a reason. At the number 10, it did give me a decent amount of compliments when I wore it this summer. So that's really why it made it on the list. It did pull me good compliments when people could smell me. This doesn't perform the best. It's not super strong. This was more one that I would spray it on and get noticed within the first couple hours, and after that it really started to die down quite a bit. So that is just something to keep in mind. Performance isn't the best, but it's on here for a reason. It did pull me good compliments. So number 10, starting off the list, Byredo Bal d'Afrique. Number 9, we have Versace Eau Fraiche. This is one of my classics right here. You guys know how I love this fragrance, and it pulled me quite a few compliments this summer. This is one of my summer staples, my spring and summer staples. To me, this stuff is just so good. It's this nice, beachy, fun, tropical scent, and I just really enjoy it a lot. It's citrusy, it's musky, it just smells very pleasant. This is one that you really would be hard-pressed to find someone who dislikes it. If someone doesn't like citruses, then fair play, they aren't going to like this one. But for the most part, especially in talking about women, getting compliments, everyone is pretty much going to like this one, so really can't go wrong with it. I did wear it a decent amount over the summer. Now it is number 9 because it didn't get me quite as many compliments as the others, and again, that correlates to the fact that I didn't wear this one as much as I did some of the others. So number 9, Versace Eau Fraiche, one of my summer staples. I'm always going to have this one in my collection, and it's one that's always going to pull me compliments when I want it to. All right, number 8, this one may come as a surprise to a lot of you. We have one from Creed. Almost showed you there. I'm trying to build the suspense. This one is Irolfa. Irolfa, you don't really hear this one talked about very often at all. It is definitely overshadowed by Virgin Island Water by Millesime Imperial, which I do own both of them back there. You don't hear this one talked about very often, and I think it's a shame because this is one of my favorites from Creed. Smells great. It's this salty, marine, citrus scent. It smells phenomenal, especially in the summer. Has this salty ocean air type of smell when I smell it. It just reminds me of being on vacation. It reminds me of being in the summer, and I actually wore this one quite a bit on vacation. This bottle came the day that we were leaving, so I was able to take this one with me and wear it a lot, and I did. I wore it a lot on vacation. Got me a lot of compliments while we were there, and it got me a lot of compliments just back here at home wearing it throughout the summer. And like I said, it's a very pleasant scent. It smells very good. I wore it quite a bit, and that's why it has garnered me the amount of compliments that it has. So number 8, Creed Irolfa. Number 7, this one, you should all see it coming at some point or another. It is Dior Sauvage. And look, here's the thing. Say what you want about Dior Sauvage. Yes, it does smell generic. Yes, it does smell like a shower gel, shower cleaner smell. But does it get compliments? Yes. You can't deny the fact that Sauvage does get compliments. And look, if you're after just compliments, if you don't care about smelling unique or whatever the case may be, go with Sauvage. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. It just works. And I have gone through quite a bit of it. I'll show you something. This is all of my Sauvage right here. Got 5 bottles of it. I don't own 5 bottles of something that just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. All right. Again, if you're wanting to smell unique, if you're wanting to smell, no one else, if you want to just stand out and wear a fragrance that just smells different, don't buy this. But again, if you're just after compliments, if you're after something that's versatile, that smells good, that's mass pleasing, you can buy this and it's going to work. It just does what it's supposed to do. And at number 6, we have Dior Homme Intense. I wore this one quite a bit through the winter and fall of last year, and this year as well. I wore it quite a bit in the cooler weather, and that's where it got me most of my compliments. I put this one away once we got to the warmer weather. So again, most of my compliments did come from the cold weather. And look, it got me compliments. What else can I say? That's why it's here. That's why it's on this list. It just got me compliments. And this one isn't for everyone. Not every guy is going to like it as far as wearing it. Not every girl is going to like it as far as smelling it on other guys. That's just how it works. That's just how it is. But again, this one just did it for me. It got me compliments. It's a very upscale, classy smelling scent, and I think that's why it worked so well. If you wear this when you're dressed up in the fall and in the winter, it's going to get you compliments. That's just how it is. So Dior Homme Intense, my number 6, great stuff. Would I recommend buying it solely to get compliments? No, I wouldn't. Like I said, it's a little bit more of a specific fragrance. Not everyone's going to like it. I wore it because I enjoy the scent a lot. And that's just something I want to cover real quick while we're on that topic. All of these scents I wore a lot because I really enjoy them. I didn't pick all of these this year and wear them just because I knew they would get me compliments. I just picked them and I wore them because I like how they smell. And if they get me compliments, that's a bonus. That's great. But that wasn't my main goal. So that's just something I want to throw out there before we move on. Number 5, we got Bulgari Aqua Atlantique. So this stuff right here, I enjoy this one a whole lot. I like this one even more than Sauvage now. And the reason why is a couple reasons. One of which being this one is a little bit more unique. Now, you do hear this one compared to Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, Dylan Blue. I would say to me, this one is closer to Sauvage in the opening, and in the dry down, a little bit closer to Dylan Blue. But with that being said, it is still different than those. And the reason why is because it takes that Bulgari Aqua Marine DNA and it puts it inside of this. So not only do you have a clean, mass-pleasing type of shower gel smell, but you mix it with that unique aqua DNA from Bulgari, and that's to me what completes it. It's this slightly sweet, salty, seaweedy, marine scent, and you can hear all the S sounds coming from that, so I apologize for that. But it's just great. I just love the scent. And it's actually on my skin, it's even stronger than Sauvage, which it's hard to think about, but this is stronger than Sauvage on my skin. It just works great. And to be honest, talking not only about number of compliments, but also quality of compliments, this one beats Sauvage. I got some really crazy compliments with this. With Sauvage, most of the time it was, oh, you smell really good, blah, blah, blah. With this one though, the compliments were a little bit more, I don't know how to describe it, but they were a little bit more intense. So, like I said, number 5 for a reason, solid number 5. But compared to what I have coming up next, this one deserves every bit of number 5. So if you haven't checked this one out yet, I highly recommend it. It's a completely different take on that, blue fragrance DNA, in my opinion, and this one does it really well. So this is Bulgari Aqua Atlantique. Number 4, we have Dolce & Gabbana The One. Now, again, this is another one that is really, really deserving of the number 4. Like this stuff just works for me time and time again. And I've told this story a couple times, but this one is one of my dumb reaches for the fall and winter. And there was a point where over like in the fall and the winter of this year, last year, I wore this for like a week or two straight. I was going to school. Every day I would just wake up and I would spray this one on because I really wasn't feeling inspired to wear any other fragrance. I was just grabbing this one every day and just spraying it on, and pretty much every day I would get at least 1 or 2 compliments. So it just worked for me. It's one of my all-time favorite dumb reach fragrances. Like I said, when I'm not really feeling inspired, when I don't really want to even reach for anything to begin with, I'll just usually pick this one up, spray it on, and it never disappoints. It never lets me down. It just gets the job done, and I am getting pretty low on this bottle, the 100 ml. So I'm probably going to pick up a 150 ml bottle here in the future. But this is just great stuff. Again, people complain about the performance. I'm one of those lucky people that gets like 7 to 8 hours consistently with this one. So I guess I am lucky in that regard. But nonetheless, guys, this stuff just works for me. That's why it's on this list. It just works for me. It gets the job done. It got me compliments. That's why it's here. Number 4, Dolce & Gabbana The One. And of course, this is the EDP version. Okay, guys, now we're going to get to my top 3. Here's the thing about my top 3. These really aren't in any specific order. I was trying to put these in an order, but honestly, all these 3 have gotten me so many compliments that it would really just be splitting hairs for me to try to think, okay, this one got a little bit more than this one got a little bit more than this one. To be honest, I can't put them in an order. So these top 3, again, not really in an order. All of these are all stars for me. All of these are just 10 out of 10 fragrances. And again, this is where I'm going to repeat the fact I didn't just wear these because they give me compliments. I wear these because I genuinely love them. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Again, these aren't in any typical order or specific order. I don't even know how to speak. Number 3, again, not really in an order, Creed Aventus. Look, you guys know about Creed Aventus. It's love it or hate it. Some people trash it because they can't afford it. Some people trash it because they don't like the scent. Some people trash it when they can't afford it and they've never smelled the scent and they just want to hate on it. That's just the truth. I'm just being honest. Again, for me, I personally love it. I've got 5 other bottles up there, so I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass saying I love it when I don't. I really enjoy the scent. And again, is it because it gets me compliments? No, it's because I love the scent. I love how it smells, and I love wearing it. So that's my number 3, Aventus. It's gotten me a lot of compliments. And again, number 2, we've got Elysium. I have both. I wear both. What I like to do with these 2 is I layer them. So I'll usually do 1 or 2 sprays of the Extrait and then two or 3 sprays of the Parfum Cologne, depending on how heavy I want to go. I do that because the Extrait has a little bit more depth. It's a little bit more rich. It lasts longer. And I mix the Parfum Cologne because this one projects better and it's a little bit brighter. So it's essentially taking really, really long longevity from this one and pretty good projection from this one and combining them again with the slight differences in scent as well. It just makes a good layer. And again, I understand not everyone can afford one or both of these. Look, this is my top 10 most complimented list. I'm not going to throw in some random cheap ass fragrances that I didn't even wear to, appeal to people watching my video. This is just my honest list, what got me the most compliments. And that's why they're there, because they got me compliments. Do you need to spend this much money to get compliments? Of course you don't. But still, that's just what I've been wearing a lot. They got me compliments. So my number 1 is Baccarat Rouge 540. Again, these not in really any order. These are just my top 3 niche right now. It's what I've been wearing a ton of just because I love how they smell. And again, this one is no slouch either. It's this nice, very luxurious smelling scent. It's sweet, it's sugary. It's got this very woody, it just smells good. So guys, that was it. That is my top 10 most complimented fragrances of this year. That's my list. My top 10 most complimented of 2018. Let me know down below what you wore that got you a ton of compliments. I'd be curious to know. And that's going to do it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. Dropping videos as often as I can just for you guys. So that's going to do it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.